Hey everybody's JT.
And I'm your boy Jay the God on Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen.
And the F in Fame.
These guys are creating music together the so angelic way. We have T-Ron Lewis. And we have Brandon Sutton. And JxHines.
JxHines.
Hey guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Absolutely. Where did you guys grow up?
So I grew up in New York City, but originally I'm actually from Trinidad and Tobago. So my parents migrated over to Trinidad. I'm from Trinidad to New York. I was about 3 and just kind of grew up in New York in that, really early hip hop scene, 90s, and just fell in love with music.
Yeah, I'm a Carolina boy. From right up the way. I was born in Greensboro, North Carolina. Moved to Charlotte probably about 5. My love for music definitely started early.
JxHines is from the wild streets of South Florida, man. Small little town right outside of West Palm, just by the name of Port Petersburg, St. Lucie area. From a family of 8, music just was from the start. It's just I come from a house full of musicians. So church was a heavy influence. But I moved to North Carolina when I was like 17 by myself.
So how did you guys meet?
I moved to Charlotte about 1.5 years ago, just off the whim. I just wanted just a new, fresh start. Was kind of just trying to figure out my way around, and I bumped into a friend of mine. He worked for Def Jam at the time. His name was Kazar. So Kazar introduced me to my boy JxHines. JxHines at the time, he was a big club promoter, so I would hit him up, and we actually just connected off of just the entertainment world, and we never really dove into the music. Long story short, we went to the house October 17, 2015. The reason we remember that date because my birthday was the 18th of October.
Right.
So we worked into that night. We cut On My Way, the first song. That was the first song we ever worked on with him.
Now how did you end up meeting Brandon?
So that's a whole nother
Mr.
story.
All of a sudden.
I mean, first off,
Love it.
thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was doing Red at 28. We actually did what was called Soul Stage.
He was part of the house band, so there's keyboardist, guitarist, vocalist, and he's a background singer for Red 28. So we met at B, and we seen him, we heard him, and I'm like, yo, this kid's dope. He was more like a diamond in the rough. I can hear him, I'm like, yo, who is that over there? They actually knew each other. He introduced me, so B came in, and we were actually working on Jay's project, and he's like, yeah, I'd love to be a part, whatever you guys need. So we all just collaborated.
What exactly is a music producer?
So what I do as a producer, I'm kind of old school. So number one, I love to, I think with all the artists that I work with, you have to come to my studio. You have to come to my spot.
Yeah.
Because I'm all about vibe and energy. I gotta feel your vibe, you gotta feel my vibe, you gotta feel my energy. And I mastered my surroundings, so I know exactly how things sound in my environment.
Whiz kid.
So a producer is someone that puts a project together from start to finish.
So when did you decide that you want to be a music producer?
So I moved to Atlanta at 15, did all of my high school in Atlanta, and it was like culture shock because I never been down south, I never heard that kind of music.
Right.
And then I just started to really listen to music, and I just started listening to Sonics. I want to know how they do that. And I went to school, and a friend of mine had Fruity Loops, and he was a producer at the time of school.
Okay.
He was the guy.
He was that guy.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, I know that you produce, what do you use? After I downloaded that, my life has not been the same. My life has never been the same after that. Every day, just making tracks in my room for hours.
So if you could name 3 producers that you admire their contribution to music.
Okay, so number 1 has to be hands down for me, Quincy Jones. He's the guy that I look up to. Another one would be Timbaland.
Oh yeah.
Who is the god? He's the GOAT.
Shout out to Timbaland.
And I would say the last would be Kanye West.
Okay.
He's someone that I looked up to for 4 years. And the way he was making the music, the way his approach was just something that he's a genius, you know. So those are 3 people that I can say I look up to.
Well, all right, we're gonna get a little more intimate with the artists, Brandon Sutton and JxHines. How you guys doing today?
Man.
Can't complain. Well, all I really want to know right now is, when did you guys first start singing?
I think I first started singing when I was like 4, because we just came across a home video that I didn't know existed, probably like 2 weeks ago. And I was like singing ABCs with my cousin. He tried to sing with me, and I was like, this is my song, bro.
You gotta stop.
But music has always been a part of my life. So I say 4 or 5 I started singing, but I didn't know I could sing probably until like 13, 14. You know? Okay. Yeah, man.
I started singing by accident. No, seriously, I started singing by accident. I used to give like test runs, but I thought I could sing a little bit because I grew up in church, so I was drumming. Was an excellent drummer. That's all I did. But my father was a singer, so everybody used to be like, "Do you sing like your dad?" And then the reason why I say I started singing by accident is because I didn't start recording, period, until my freshman year of college when I moved to Charlotte, and my homeboy Boomer, we both was playing football in college at John C. Smith, which is where I graduated. He like, "Bro, you need to stop playing, man. You need to record." I'm like, "What are you saying, man?" No, he's like, "Bro, for real." So I was like, you know what? After practice, I gave it some thought. I was like, you know what? I might try it out. So I went to his dorm room, and he had like the whole closet cut out, and he had the whole joint in there. So he was like, "Man, you can help me come up with something like that." And we cut "Show Me My Opponent," and we just were showing all the football players. I'm like, "Man, who that sing?"
Are you guys singers or songwriters? Are you both? What's the distinction? Help me out.
Just give me a word. Like if I'm producing a record and you give me a word, right?
Cat.
You're a writer. That's how simple it is. Like anybody's a writer. Whatever comes out your mouth makes you classified a writer, technically. But
a talented writer.
correct. But he's gifted at the pen. There's a difference. He's gifted at arrangement and wordplay. That's where the tech stuff come in. You know what I'm saying? So I would say we're like just speaking for both of us, I would say we're both a little bit of each. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the perfect way to put it. A little sprinkle of this, sprinkle of that, you bake a cake. You got it right.
Right, exactly.
We just ain't flour by ourselves, dog.
It's the quality of you being able to take something and make it appealing without. This is being clever, man. That's all. With making something sound one way that you would have never thought you would have heard it before.
But saying the same thing at the same time.
Right.
That's obviously evident at the same time, man.
The best songwriters are the ones that cleverly disguise it and reduplicate it and make it where it sounds like, oh, it's the way they put it together.
Right.
So what are some inspirations for you guys? What inspires you the most?
Family for me, definitely. I can speak for both of us too. That's something that helped us bond, man. Definitely, and just the passion behind wanting to take care of home, man. First and foremost. Outside of that, God. Faith, and the understanding that actions align with whatever you believe. And being able to be a blessing to somebody else at the end. That's number one inspiration for me.
So where I find my inspiration, I think I'm inspired as soon as I wake up. I wake up inspired. I don't care. Anything. It could be a butterfly sitting on a leaf or something, and what's gonna come to my mind is dang, before that butterfly was a butterfly, it was in a cocoon, so it was a process. You start thinking about simple stuff like that. Anything. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to look at the smaller things too, the things that people take for granted that you really want to get inspired about. The fact that you can touch somebody that's inspiration for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's beautiful. Well, Jay, tell me, you have your single "On My Way" on social media right now, correct?
Right.
Yeah, tell us about some of your other singles that you got, and talk about your fan base.
The fan base it's growing. It's growing. You know what I'm saying? It's still a process because of course I want to see 40,000 plus one day soon. You know what I'm saying? But it's growing, and I'm excited because now people know the real me. What's been in me since I moved here. On My Way took a life of its own, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to be honest. Yeah. And then when I shot the On My Way video, it was just people were just oh, who is this guy? And then I remember distinctly one day, this lady, this this chick named Sarah K. She does makeup. She just like gets millions of views. And she hit me. And she's like, hey, can I use this? I didn't know who she was. And I was like, cool. What, a week later, she hits me, and I'm like, she's like, hey, check YouTube. And I'm like, okay. And she like millions was just like, yo, who's this guy? Like, I'm talking about, my number was just
Oh, man.
I put a teaser up by the Feel the Rush, you know what I'm saying, just to give people insight what to expect this time around for the next project. So they'll be expecting Stuck in My Ways. That's the next new project, you know what I'm saying, and that's just a spin-off of some type of way.
So Feel the Rush and Stuck in My Ways. You want to show us something?
I'm JxHines, and this is Take Our Time, aka Cruise Control. Hey T, we back with another one, man.
What?
Oh yeah. Y'all ready? Hey baby, you can roll with me tonight. Hey darling, we can go anywhere you like. Baby, we can just press control. Hey, baby, we can just take it slow. Relax and just take our time. Take our time. Baby, we can take our time. Oh, baby, take our time. Baby, we can take our, baby, what you trying to do tonight? Hey darling, we can smoke, we can drink a ride. Baby, we ain't got nowhere to go. Oh, baby, we can just let control. Relax and just take our time. Take our time. Baby, we can take our time. Oh, baby, take our time. Baby, we can take our time.
What's up, y'all? I'm Brandon Sutton, and this song's called Righteous. Righteous, yeah, say, hey, girl, it's crazy how these stars align, yeah, oh, cause I remember the day when I first saw your face, oh yeah, hey, say, girls, you could've walked away, hey, baby, but you did it, and I appreciate it, you know I love you, baby. I love the way that you make me feel. Don't you ever change, baby, you hella righteous. Even better than anything I could imagine. Gave up all these girls cause they was lacking passion. There ain't no question when it comes to you. Love your smile, baby, you got it glow, yeah. You be fresh yourself when you walk up in the door, girl. Out of all these girls, baby, you got my soul, yeah. You hold it down for me when I'm gone, babe. When I'm right there, feel so right, yes. Oh, I love it, baby, when I'm with you. Hey, say, baby, I swear you so righteous. Oh, none of these girls compare to you. Oh, you so righteous. Ooh, baby, you so righteous. Yeah, say, you so righteous. Baby, you so righteous. Hey. You so righteous, only got us for my baby. Hey, yeah, ain't no pedestals, but she's in a class of her own, yeah. So do what you do and let me bask in your glory. Say it's the little things you do, baby, when I'm gone, yeah. Let me thank the Lord, yeah, your mama taught you to do right. I'm proud you're mine, this love is so divine. I love the way that you make me feel. Don't you ever change, baby, you hella righteous. Better than anything I could imagine. Gave up all these girls cause they was lacking passion. There ain't no question when it comes to you. Love your style, baby, you got a glow, yeah. You'll be fresh as hell when you walk up in the door, yeah. Out of all these girls, baby, you got my soul, yeah. You hold it down for me when I'm gone, babe. Say you so righteous.
Man, that was some good, feel-good music.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys for blessing us with that opportunity. So, you know, you guys got all this great music out. What's next for you?
JT, man, next for me, definitely we've been cooking up, man. Like I said, Power Lines is available via SoundCloud, but we got here coming up soon. By the time you guys see this, we'll put out a cover. Daniel Caesar, new artist coming out of Toronto, phenomenal, man. But got a song called We Find Love, and it really resonated with me. So we did a rendition, you know, and definitely feel good music, man, like you said, man. And outside of that, you can be looking out for Mr. Oliver Sutton, man. Project Oliver Sutton coming soon.
So for me, you know, I gave you guys some type of way about a year ago. So now it's about time to spring on the second part of that, which is entitled "Stuck in My Ways." So that's the next project. Just be looking out for it. Like, you know, we haven't dropped the official date yet or anything like that, but I know the name is definitely Stuck in My Ways, and I'm just giving people, you know, just the time around the vulnerability to know who JxHines is in a cool, you know, in a cool way. You know what I'm saying? We're about to make a cool love again. So that's where I'm at with that, man. So, you know, y'all know what to do. Follow me, and when it's time, it's time. So Stuck in the Ways is what's next for me.
I mean, just really just creating, wrapping up both projects, simultaneously working with Jay on writing, working with B on writing, more production. Recently got a sync with a new movie coming out that the RZA directed. I did two scores for that movie, so we're just working, man. We're just working, and you know, hopefully you guys hear us, and hopefully you guys find out who we are.
Now, where can fans follow you guys, social media wise?
You can follow me at Mr. All of a Sutton. Brandon Sutton Music on Facebook.
My Instagram is JxHines, JxHines. My Twitter is I am JxHines, and the same thing is on my Facebook is JxHines Worldwide.
TRONMUSIQ on all handles. You can type it in Google and find me. And So Angelic Sounds as well. Follow So Angelic. And that's it, man. We out here.
You heard it right here, guys. I want to thank the So Angelic Sound family, T-Ron, JxHines, and Brandon Sutton. And I'm Laura Starling.
And I'm JT.
And I'm your boy Jay the God, and this is Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen.
And the F in fame.
Welcome to Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. She's known as a model, a diva on wheels, and nothing less than inspirational. Miss Tae McKenzie. So what makes Tae McKenzie different from any other model on the runway?
Well, for one, my chair. Well, most models, they walk, but they're walking just to be seen, and they're beautiful. That's what it is for most models. And they always say, oh, I'm passionate about it. But to me, it's more than passion. It's a purpose. I walk with a purpose. I walk for people, anybody with a disability. I don't want anybody to ever give up on a dream. I want you to know that you can do it, regardless if anybody tell you no. I've been told no thousands of times since I've been in the chair, and I've been in the chair for now 6-7 years. And every time I've been told no, I'm like, okay, I'll move on to the next person, because I know I'm gonna defeat your no, and I'm gonna do it. So I don't want anybody with a disability ever give up.
So you haven't always been in a wheelchair?
No, I haven't. I have had epilepsy all my life. I've had that. And I've been bullied with it because of the epilepsy. But March of 2012, I actually had a real bad seizure that actually caused me to actually have a stroke. Mm-hmm. And behind that actually taught me to be paralyzed, and that actually taught me to be where I am today.
So I noticed that you have a number of videos online, how-to videos. how you make your bed, how you put your clothes on, how you exercise, and the scariest one of all is how you come down the stairs in your wheelchair. What was the purpose of you creating those how-to videos?
Well, I just wanted people to see that even though we're disabled, we're not unable. You know, I want people to know that we still have normal nights. I mean, we still do everything that a normal person do. We're superhuman. That's how I feel. That's how I know it. But I mean, we just go about doing things just a different way than most people do it. We just have to adapt, you know, a different way. But we have normal nights. That's how I know it.
So where do you get your style from? Have you always been a fashionista?
It actually started with me actually wanting to go out and present myself better in a wheelchair. Because every time you see people in a wheelchair, they have tennis shoes on, they have sweats on,
Yes.
they just look, they're just not presenting themselves better than what they could.
Right.
So I actually feel, well, how can I switch this up a little? So I feel like even though I'm in a wheelchair, I feel like, I can look better than the next girl standing next to me. Or I can look like that girl that's down on the heels. And that's how I started doing it. I feel like I can look like the one that's in the magazine or on TV. And if that boy's looking at that girl, why he can't look at me? So that's how I started doing it. So I feel like I can be beautiful too in a wheelchair. So that's how the fashion thing came about.
Oh wow. And you know, I've seen you on many runways here in the Queen City. I mean, from just the most recent one, Cosmolinks, that you were on. Yeah, and I was like blown away. Does it ever get old?
No, it never gets old. I enjoy each one like the first. I mean, because you know, and it's a fresh opportunity, a new opportunity. I mean, I know, and every time I do it, it's just something new to me. It's like, oh my God, it's like the world gets to see that I'm not dead, I'm alive. Like, look at me, even though I'm disabled. Look at me, see what I can do, see my purpose, see my worth, still see me.
Oh wow. You know, and you were just recently crowned. It was USA Miss Heels for Wheels.
Yeah.
Did you expect that? I mean,
No. No.
So how did you feel when you were crowned?
Oh my God. For one, I was shocked. Two, I didn't expect it. And three, I was like, oh my God, I finally did a voice. At that time, my speech was very minimal, but I finally got a voice. I felt like somebody actually heard me for the first time. I got a voice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, you are also the founder of a foundation,
Yes.
MFSE Foundation,
Yes.
Modeling, Fight, Stroke, and Epilepsy.
Yes.
What is the mission of the foundation?
The mission of the foundation is, even though I'm a mono, I still fight for stroke, what I have, and epilepsy, what I have. But I also fight through my mono. I want people to see that I'm still fighting for disability, and that's not just those two disabilities. I fight for all disabilities. I want people to end this, just stop the discrimination on disability. You know,
Right.
I just want people to see us all as all, because I've been bullied.
Yeah.
Because of my disability. Now I don't want people to feel that way. Now I want resources for us. I want more service dogs. I want more programs. I want more things to help us, because the government doesn't help us, and we're all struggling. And I have people coming to me asking me for more equipment and things of that sort, because there's aid out here and there's things for us that we need that we don't get, and that's what I'm fighting for. I want us to have more things for us. Like, there's a bike that I want.
Yeah.
It's a bike, and it helps my legs for me to walk on my own. But the government, they won't help me get it. And for me to even buy myself is $35,000. So
$35,000.
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. So I can't afford it myself. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things out here for us. And like, for one, there's like a seizure watch. There's a watch that you should actually wear that it detects seizures and things like that. I mean, there's
So before you have the seizure.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things and stuff that I know about for so many disabilities, but I don't have the funds, and that's why I have the foundation to help so many other people with things. And then I'm also working with people and researchers that do to come up with a cure also for, because epilepsy is one of the hardest cures to even fight. All we have now is just medicine to just kind of keep it under control, but it
Right.
doesn't help it. And I have a rare form of epilepsy, and actually
Okay.
it's one of the rarest forms. It actually causes strokes. And so with that is another person that has it too. So they're actually researching iDNA and stuff. But I'm actually coming up with them with a cure to actually help. So I'm doing a lot. But
You're doing a lot. You're a warrior for all disabled people.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
And you have a mission. You're seeing that focus now.
Yes.
So you're also an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah, you have
Yes.
Tae's
Tae's
hair group.
Beauty.
Tae's
Yes.
Beauty.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and why you started that.
It's called Tae's Beauty, and the reason it's called Tae's Beauty because it's for all beauty. I want people to know that you're beautiful regardless of what you've been through, what you're doing through, regardless. Everybody's beautiful. And the mission of it is discovering every woman's true inner beauty. It came about because I was actually, while at home and while I had my stroke, this side actually became the most crucial side that actually lost blood support and things like that. So my hair on this side actually you could actually take your hand and my hair would come out in clumps. So
Oh, wow.
I actually was trying to find every overgrowth supply. I became a beauty junkie because I was trying to find everything that actually helped grow my hair. But some of the stuff they said it was all natural. It wasn't all natural. And then it was and then I was actually taking the hair growth pills and so forth, but everything was counteracting with my medicine, so I couldn't take it. So I had to actually come up with something for myself that was all natural, that would help, that wouldn't counteract with medications and stuff like that, because I knew what I was taking. So I was like, well, if somebody else was in my situation, they taking and so forth and so forth. And so I actually thought about my granny. She's on a ton of medication for high, just so forth, and her hair was coming out. Then my mom had a spot here, and I was just so actually it actually started working, and I was like, oh, I may be on to something.
So did you do your research? Like, how did you know what to mix with what? Did you study that?
Yeah, I actually started studying this oil with that oil. Then I started studying oils from here, from overseas, and this oil and that. I actually started, let me ship this oil in here and ship this oil in. So that's how it actually came about.
Now you also cook and you bake.
Yes.
How do you find time to do that?
Well, actually, it's something that it's something I know to do. It's like say if you stress and I gotta do, it's something that actually tones me. Like out of everything that I do, that's my zen.
So you cook for yourself, as far as you bake for yourself, or you baking for friends of yours?
Actually, before I actually got sick, I actually have my own catering company.
Oh wow!
But
okay.
and then that stopped. So that's how the baking thing happened. But I did. Baking was something I always enjoyed. That I didn't lose. So,
Exactly.
yeah, so that I didn't lose because I actually went in. But it took me a while to actually, when I got back in the kitchen, that was my therapy for me.
Okay.
Because even though I had therapy, I didn't care for that therapy. I would actually like to come home and do my own therapy. I would like to get in the kitchen because measuring and tilting, and if I could hold something in this hand, and if I could stir, and all that was therapy for me. That was more therapy than the therapy I was actually getting at therapy.
So
Yeah.
you're doing everything. You're a warrior. You're inspiration. What's next for Tae McKenzie?
Well, hopefully movies.
Exactly.
Movies. Because I really, really want to do movies because I want to portray us in a positive way. Because every time you see us, we're actually sick or we're down. Or you see us in a negative way, or you never see us in high powerful roles. Why we can't be high powerful? Why we can't be an attorney? Or why we can't be somebody rich, or in a good role? And I just want to switch the roles for us in the entertainment industry, so they can see us as powerful people. We're powerful people too.
Yeah.
I see us as powerful people, not just sick people.
Right. So if you were given a role, what would be the number one role you would want?
It says in one of my pictures on Instagram, I have a tote, and everybody say I remind them of Terry Washington with that tote on. And I'm like, well, give me a Terry Washington role and let me do that, because I can do that, because I can be powerful, and then I can be dubbing too. Put me in a role, because they never have us in dubbing roles either.
Ever. You're
Ever.
absolutely
We're
right.
never in another main role with somebody. We're just always in a sit role or something that's just down. Just put us in an uplifting role, and I just want to change that.
And she's gonna change that. I thank you so much. You are such an
Thank
inspiration
you.
to all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for joining us at Queen City Fame, where we put the Q in Queen and the F in Fame. And here's a queen right here.
Thank you.
Thank you.